had an expanded version we wanted to share, so we ask that you give us some patience as we take a little bit more time with that. This is the sacred space of the in-between, the place where hymns are sung and memories linger on like their presence in the room. Laughs come through tears and silent sobs replace the words we tried to say, but we can't find the words, can we? Because how do you fit a life's worth of memories into just a few sentences? We know that we can't, but we hope that these few strung together will be a good place to start. A few weeks shy of 71 years of marriage together, Sally and Stanley Maudlin, age 88 and 89 of Campbellsburg, Indiana, specifically that sort of yellowish house out on the school road, left us here to deal with the chaos on June 10th and June 11th, 2025. Not one to abide living in sin, Stanley married the woman he once described as a gift from God, a God who knew he needed her, on July 11th, 1954, in a church that smelled heavenly after he filled it with honeysuckles and the sweet pea flowers that he had picked just for her. As many of you know, they were holding hands until the very end. What you may not know is that my papa used his musical skills to woo my mamaw when they were dating. Can you picture it with us? A sunny July day, the two of them out on a date, and my papa sings this song that we'd like to play a little bit for you now. You can sing along if you know the words.
No matter we can build and pretend that he's part of
Anybody know this one? But that was my papa. His love was big for my grandmother. Sally and Stanley are survived by their son, Arnold Lewis Buddy Maudlin, and his wife, Karen Salem, and their daughter, Joni Lee Hardy, and Clint of Salem. Also, 19 grandchildren, 28 great-grandchildren, and 9 great-great-grandchildren, we think. So many, it's hard to keep track of. And that's to say nothing of the many nieces and nephews that they also leave behind that they loved so much. Sally was born on March 24th, 1937 in Newton, Stewart, Indiana, the daughter of Arnold I. Atkins and Sybil Swift Atkins. She had retired from Smith Cabinet, and when her dear husband retired, she had to get out of the house, so she went back to work, retiring a second time from the West Washington school system. She was a member of Campbellsburg Christian Church. Sally is survived by one sister, Joyce Utterback of Franklin, Indiana, and she was preceded in death by her parents, her brothers, Jack Atkins, Jimmy E. Atkins, and her sister, Judith Grace Atkins. Stanley was born on April 9, 1936 in Campbellsburg, Indiana, the youngest child of Lewis N. Maudlin and Lily Wood Maudlin. In addition to the many years he spent farming, he had a career in construction, including, I believe, helping with this very church, and later retired from Salem Rental. He was also a member of Campbellsburg Christian Church, and up until the last year or so, was a frequent visitor to the local ruler, needing a phone book sometimes to seal in the steering wheel to get there. Stanley was preceded in death by his parents, his brothers, Delmer Claude Maudlin, Donald Lewis Maudlin, and Gilbert Ray Maudlin, as well as his sisters, Laurel Louise Wheezy Taylor, Leota Rout, Anna Mae Brewer, Lucille Allen, Charlotte Walden, and Maxine Smallwood. Sally and Stanley were also preceded in death by their sons, Stanley Joe Maudlin and Jeffrey Allen Maudlin, their daughters, Jonna K. Potter and Joylyn Schaefer, and 2 grandsons, Robbie and Shane Schaefer. We do not doubt that breakfast in heaven that first morning, with all the family gathered around the table, was one for the ages. Our Grandma Maudlin was surely at the stove making biscuits and gravy, much to both Mamaw and Papaw's relief. her because she had a lifetime of hearing about how her cooking wasn't as good as his mother's, and him because mom's cooking was the only thing my papa ever really considered fit to eat. Except for fudge rounds, which became a staple in his diet towards the end of his life. And as of Saturday, when I was out there, there were 5 unopened boxes still in the cabinet at their house. So if you'd like one, you can stop by later, because we'd be happy to share with you those fudge rounds and really anything else that you might like. Because get in here and fix yins a plate might have been Mamaw and Papaw's family motto, followed closely by be right still, honey dear, we're fixing to pray. Along with prayer, their other true gift to the world was the ability to make everyone feel like family, whether you were an in-law, an outlaw, an ex-law, or the favorite niece or grandchild. And weren't we all kind of Mamaw's favorite? She had this really beautiful way of making everyone think that they were. My Mamaw was the consummate baby whisperer. She always had one on her hip or in her lap. And as her children grew and brought home grandchildren, she enjoyed that and displaying those photos on the walls of their home. Papa was quick to show you his trains, his tractors, the newest critters that he had found. And he was also just as quick to remind you kids to quit your messing in there. Many people over the last few days have echoed just how sweet Sally and Stanley were, and it's true. They definitely were sweet people, but I believe that the deeper beauty of their story can be seen in the times that weren't so sweet for them. They worked extremely hard. They faced times that may not have had as many resources as they might have preferred. They navigated quick tempers on both parts, many hay seasons, a lot of dreams that didn't quite pan out, unimaginable grief in losing their children, one horse named Maytag after the washing machine my Mamaw didn't get instead, and all those grandkids playing in the rhubarb. The way they balanced the entirety of that mix of sweet and not so sweet became for all of us an unwavering testimony to commitment, resilience, welcome, forgiveness, love, and the power of just plain sheer stubbornness right up until the very end. Our world will not be the same without them. We know that a double funeral is no one's idea every time, but we're so thankful that you have come today to this sacred space to honor and celebrate their lives with us, with joy mixed into our sadness, because we know that these two would have had it no other way but exactly this. We are grateful to be here today with you to return them to God together.